Champ Week presented by Principal. Kansas City, Missouri, the side of the Big 12 Men's Basketball Championship. The last quarterfinal matchup at T-Mobile Center. The 6th seed Kansas Jayhawks taking on the 3 seed, the Arizona Wildcats, making their Big 12 tournament debut. Bill Self and the Jayhawks needed overtime last night to get to this matchup with the Wildcats. 3 seed wearing the home whites in Kansas, even though they're a little less than an hour from home, wearing the traveling blue. Hunter Dickinson inside to KJ Adams. Well go, and the rebound grabbed by Tobe Awaka for the Cats.
Arizona switched it. Kansas recognized it, went inside to Adams, but he couldn't finish.
Speaking of switching, Tommy Lloyd switching his starting lineup, and Trey Townsend getting the nod tonight over Henry Vasar.
And that's because he played well in Allen Fieldhouse 5 days ago.
He was a starter earlier in the year for Arizona, but Vasar has really come on. KJ Adams drives, hooks it out. DeJuan Harris Jr. 3.
Oh, they needed that. He's been really struggling behind the arc, hesitant to shoot it, but that time off the drive, he let it fly. He's got to play with confidence.
Tobe Awaka going inside over Hunter Dickinson.
How about that? First 2 possessions for Arizona, they go right at the big fella.
This in the Jayhawks win last Saturday just down the road in Lawrence. They beat Arizona State about a week and a half ago, and they gave up 100 points to the Sun Devils in a win. Deflected, a steal. Here comes Caleb Love. He attacks. Love to the basket.
That is a tough finish, right through contact. He is fearless, and that can be good and bad, but right now it's good.
Zeke Mayo, Hunter Dickinson on the wing.
Career-wise.
Zeke Mayo drives, and a foul will get Mayo to the line. First on Trey Townsend.
A lot to prove. This was a team that was picked #1 in the preseason.
1 for 2 at the line. Mayo had 24.
It ultimately has to play through Dickinson inside.
Missing from the corner, Rylan Griffin. And Arizona pulls it down. Henry Vasar lining up a 3. Dickinson not the only 7-footer on the floor that could make 3s.
I think if it wasn't for Richie Saunders, this kid might have been the most improved player in the Big 12. He's got a very bright future, the sophomore.
Saved by Arizona's Anthony Delorso, but run down by Zeke Mayo. And a fresh shot clock for the Jayhawks. Hunter Dickinson. Trading 3s, the 7-footers. Trey Townsend, the grad transfer from Oakland with the miss, but kept alive by Arizona. Anthony Delorso, 3.
And the Campbell transfer can heat up. Maybe their best outside shooter this season.
Over 40% from 3 on the year. The native of Melbourne, Australia. Pass deflected, stolen. 3 on 2 for Arizona. Jaden Bradley skips to the bucket. For Arizona, as KJ Lewis also checking in for the Wildcats. Here is Bryant from deep. And a 3 for Carter Bryant.
That is a pure stroke, and Bill Self has seen enough. On a long-term potential, and that shooting stroke is for real. And by the way, his sister visited Kansas last weekend for volleyball.
KJ Lewis fouled by Flory Badunga, and 2 shots coming up for Lewis.
And they were figuring out whether to play big, small, or medium. When the 7-foot, so it's sort of addition by subtraction, even when you're missing a very good player. And now he's a good player.
You're the international man of mystery of all the international players. What did you know about Vasar before Tommy Lloyd got?
I knew, you know, he was in the Real Madrid program. Watch this.
Flory Badunga
Just like when we...
Dickinson from deep. And the second three from Hunter Dickinson.
Let me tell you what's crazy. Until last night, he was shooting 21% from three for the season. All of a sudden now, he's looking like Jokic.
Henry Vasar attacks for U of A. Well, Carter Bryant the rebound. Here comes Arizona. Bryant a trail three. Second three for the freshman.
That has got to drive Bill Self nuts. And KJ Adams immediately comes off the bench. You leave a great shooter open in transition twice.
DeJuan Harris Jr. for KU. Arizona 4 for 5 outside the arc to start this one. KJ Lewis backs up to the corner. And a three for Lewis.
I think by February 1st, he figured it out after coming from the NBA.
David Coit from deep. And a three for the Jayhawks.
I'll tell you what, man, he's like a third down back. You put him in, good things happen. Punt returner. He is fearless, and he's one of the most accurate shooters they have.
Tobe Awaka underneath.
They did a great job with that left.
And 6 in their first season in the Big 12. Jaden Bradley turns the corner, and he gets knocked off balance. He'll end up with the free throw line.
What Jaden did right there is when he got into the lane off 2 feet, he just pump faked the team leader, a good voice, and something that first. He did.
And Jaden Bradley on Adams for the Jayhawks.
Hunter overpassed at that time.
Jaden Bradley in transition. And a foul. Arizona going over the back, makes contact. And 12-point lead for Arizona.
Who literally went to high school a mile from Allen.
Shot clock inside 10. Anthony Delorso. Caleb Love, the floater.
He has a way to manufacture shots from any place on the floor. The problem is they don't always go in, but getting your shot, Rox, is a skill too now.
And it's been a balanced effort for Arizona offensively. David Coit has space. Tonight for a team that ranks 296 in the country in three-point percentage.
Great point, Roxy. They get their points off transition.
And a three. DeJuan Harris for the Jayhawks. We send it over to Chris. To the 7-footer, Henry Vasar.
Pretty job right there by the sophomore. He took his time, came down, played off 2 feet, and used that. The former Utah Ute has been in the NBA about 7 years now.
Deep three. Too strong from David Coit, and a foul on Arizona going for the rebound.
And let's watch this now. This is going to be a scooter.
Had a really good game last night against UCF. And
he is a super glue guy. And you see what he's doing right here? He's missing that one. Right now, there are not any NBA players, at least, future stars or solid players. He's better on a team with great players.
Rattles out from Anthony Delorso, and a foul on Arizona going for the rebound, and that's the second on Carter Bryant. Back to the foul line. One more for Adams.
How many coaches in the league target weak defenders? It's like the NBA. If you find a weak defender, we go at him.
Hustle for Kansas. On the backside.
When you're 7'2", that hook pass to the weak side is impossible to stop.
And a push by Kansas to cut it to 3. Jaden Bradley, three!
These guys think they're Steve Kerr.
Caleb Love, too strong on that three, and KJ Adams pulls it down. And he gets taken out at midcourt, and the second on Tobe Awaka.
By the way, Mom was a better player.
The floater, and Juwan Harris having an impact with his scoring tonight. Trey Townsend, and a foul on KJ Adams, who's in disbelief.
So I think he got it right.
Transfer from Oakland, who was phenomenal last year.
Father-son combinations to play for the same college coach, Greg Campy at Oakland U.
KJ Adams, and a foul will get him to the line. It's on Arizona. They may have gotten Townsend, and they did.
I'll tell you what I love about that. KJ Adams felt he was wrong, and he was.
KJ Adams now rolls that one in, running at me with the stick in the midfield area.
In Austin, Texas. That was really his trying to. Good job by Jaden Bradley right there. They were playing at a high tempo, and he slowed it down.
Henry Vasar lines up a three.
How about this kid? Remember now, he was buried on the bench his freshman year. That I think Arizona. Now I'm impressed with 14-6. Look at this drive.
Caleb Love gets inside.
That's great coaching right there. That is great coaching. They created a driving lane downhill for Caleb Love. But when you stand next to Caleb Love, he's a lot bigger and thicker than he actually looks on TV. Kind of like you, Rox.
But in a different way.
In a different way.
KU just won for their last 9. Here is Dickinson.
Don't foul him.
And Hunter Dickinson left it short, and it's out of bounds. Kansas ball on the baseline right now. It says 0.3 of a second left.
Now he's backing up for the first time this year. Can't do that.
Can't do that.
Doesn't count.
0.3 or less.
That's right.
It has to be a tip. You have no time to catch and shoot.
I love what Vasar did. He's usually on the ball.
It's really been the job that Arizona's done inside that concerns Bill on the defensive side.
Well, and to your point, Chris, Hunter Dickinson's got to continue to play inside a little bit more. I think that's his strength. Nice up and under right there.
Trey Townsend opens up the scoring in the second half, and the Cats go up double. But a surprising number for the first half, as you saw the game summary. The three-point shooting for Arizona, 7 for 11 from outside the arc. A team that shoots under 32% from 3 on the season. Kansas goes inside and one. Hunter Dickinson.
Well, when you play with Dickinson.
Third on Tobe Awaka. And Hunter Dickinson
Up a fourth right now.
Deep shot, too strong from Anthony Del Orso, but Awaka, the offensive rebound for Arizona. Reverse along the baseline and a pretty fine. Jaden Bradley to Anthony Del Orso.
I've been watching Del Orso all season. One of the things he does so well is cut behind the defense. And Bradley found him. It's great basketball when you can put the pressure on the defense like that. There's the high-low again.
Hunter Dickinson now with 13.
K by design went right after him. Go at him again.
Hunter Dickinson in the lane.
And they went right back at Del Orso, and he needed help from his big man.
Second half, as the Jayhawks are within 5. Trey Townsend ran into his own man, but a foul on Kansas.
I think Vasar fouled him.
And Hunt.
So Trey Townsend's going to get
Off your head, goes in. 1 for 2. Long outlet to Adams. Ryland Griffin. KJ Adams hustling to the offensive glass. The kick out. Zeke Mayo 3.
here.
Step back. Tie game. The putback, offensive rebound, and the score for Trey Townsend.
I'm not sure how
It's out of the pack for the Wildcats.
got to keep his head up.
Lewis attacks, and a goaltending call against Flory Badunga. Give the hoop to KJ Lewis.
And give the assist to Henry Basar, because on that
Open in the corner. And misses on the three. Flory Badunga, another offensive rebound. That's 12 offensive boards for Kansas. Zeke Mayo from deep. Three! Down, and Kansas the rebound. For the lead. First lead for Kansas since it was 3-2. KJ Lewis ties the game for Arizona.
Tommy Roy.
Step back from Zeke Mayo. And it continues for Mayo.
In 2022, Remy Martin came out of nowhere for Kansas in this tournament, the Arizona State transfer. Maybe we're seeing signs of that from Zeke Mayo.
KJ Lewis down the lane, draws a foul. But Arizona's got a problem.
Zeke Mayo, 15 of 23 behind the arc.
It's beautiful. It's majesty watching Zeke Mayo shoot the ball. Had a lot more this season, haven't we?
Yep. Well, it's not been a vintage Kansas year, but the crazy thing about it is they could win this tournament.
Caleb Love back in the game, nails a three as Arizona sees
On it.
Flory Badunga. And the jump hook by Badunga, and we're tied.
That's a young man that made.
Rylan Griffin, and Kansas reclaims the lead. First points of the night for Griffin.
Good rhythm jump off on that dribble handoff. Had plenty of space.
Arizona answers. Trey Townsend on the alley-oop.
How about the big-to-big pass right there? Good job.
Trey Townsend moves in.
Oh, that should be goaltending.
And they have called goaltending.
Yep.
They will.
Very much so. You know what I always say about. Now here's what I'm going to tell you. The NBA
On the shot clock with the Wildcats clinging to a three-point lead. Hunter Dickinson attacks the baseline.
And that is great two-man basketball. They've done that all year.
Caleb Love left it short. Henry Basar on the offensive glass. And Basar gets it up and in.
What did I tell you about his toughness, Roxy? This kid might be thin in terms of frame, but he is not afraid to go right at the defender.
KJ Adams. And powers his way through the bucket as Jake Bradley trying to draw the offensive foul. The drop off and the finish, Henry Basar.
I'm a fan of Caleb Love with the ball in his hands. He'll take some bad shots.
Dickinson down low using the window. 1-point lead for Arizona. And since Kansas made a run early in the second half, this has been a one-possession game for about the last 9 minutes. Henry Vasar, and one.
This is
Henry Vasar, 16 off the bench. Now given 17. Draws the foul, the second on Rylan Griffin.
I know, Roxy, you were thinking Caleb Love was thinking drive and way to scoring as many points as LeBron James. He just hit
1 for 2, Carter Bryant, KJ at 5 threes. And Mayo can't handle the pass, saves it. Here comes Arizona, racing down court, KJ Lewis.
Oh, strong, to the body to body.
Henry Vasar has it punched away. Racing up the floor, DeJuan Harris. Denied by Carter Bryant. Step back with space. And a much-needed three, DeJuan Harris. Timeout, Jayhawks. Kansas made 12 threes in their overtime win last night against UCF. They've made 13 threes here tonight. Love goes inside to Trey Townsend.
He's got guards that can do it. He's got a couple of wide bodies that can do it.
Mayo has space. And he misses the three, in Arizona the rebound, and Jake Bradley.
Very fortunate because both defenders went with the big fella. And you said it earlier, that's about as easy a shot as he will have tonight.
Problem is he's been too open on those last two shots.
Maybe. Tommy Lloyd orchestrating the same set.
Henry Vasar down low. Bodied by Dickinson. And they're calling Hunter Dickinson for the foul. Number 3.
Really reminds me a little bit. I'm going to go old school.
Back in my day.
That was back in my day too, Rods.
And Vasar.
Good screen.
Zeke Mayo short, and Bradley the rebound for the Cats.
Now Zeke has cooled off after just a tremendous first 30 minutes.
Hunter Dickinson blocks the shot, but it's cleaned up by KJ Lewis.
Those guards are as tough as nails.
And you look up, it's a 10-point game now in favor of the Wildcats. Hunter Dickinson launching. Missed everything, and KJ Lewis pulls it down.
Probably got a foul soon.
And they foul Lewis. 1-and-1 for KJ Lewis. Left it short, Flory Badunga the rebound.
Got to play quick, and if the three is there, you must shoot it.
David Coit does, and hits.
Yep. Got to be up and pressed now, and you're going to have to foul somebody.
Timeout, Arizona.
That freshman, Christian Anderson, has been just absolutely brilliant.
Arizona needs to try to finish this one off. You also wonder for Texas Tech about Darian Williams coming back after playing as much as he did tonight. And a foul with 48.2. One more coming for Lewis.
The bench, and that can give us a spark, and it's worked out great. He still plays.
And the Arizona lead is 9.
Got to be threes here.
Arizona switching everything on the perimeter, and they call a foul on Lewis, his 4th.
Well, KJ did not want to give Zeke.
One puts Kansas into the bonus.
Exactly.
Here's David Coit. He'll launch a three. Carter Bryant the rebound for Arizona. And Bill Self trying to tell his guys to foul, and Adams finally gets the foul. 29 seconds to go.
Tough shot taker. But I'll take a competitor like this.
Kansas City area. And Caleb Love has about 30 family and friends here at T-Mobile Center tonight.
Well, they're going to be proud of him because he's been, you know, underrated. Look at this defense. Look at this defense.
And KJ Lewis, the exclamation point on this one.
We are going to have a great rematch tomorrow night of two teams that just absolutely know how to compete in Texas Tech and Arizona.
Zeke Mayo to the bucket and lays it in.
Bill Self says no more fouls.
And that first game's going to be fun, too.
No question.
Contrasting styles between BYU and Houston. Arizona will run out the clock, and the Arizona Wildcats, in their Big 12 tournament debut, knock off Kansas 88-77. Our player of the game brought to you by Phillips 66. Henry Vasar, the impact friend at both ends of the floor.
No question. We've seen the growth of this young man.